What's up, YouTube? This is Kiko here. I am bringing you guys what everybody wanted to see from me, which was the Robo Rabbit deck profile. I did one of these in real life, but had a few of the cards missing. I was having to proxy them for different reasons, and I thought I would just talk to you guys about it right now, give you guys a little bit more in-depth analysis of the deck. First off, the reason I built this deck is because it is Rescue Rabbit without having to run Dino Rabbit. It's a little more fun, but I feel like it is competitive. It's Machina, it's chaos, it's a little bit of everything, and so I really like the deck. It's a fun concept and it works really well. How it would do in a main YCS circuit, I do not know. In a 10-round tournament, you could probably go X and 4, X and 5 maybe, just depending on your matchups and the player that you are, but I think it's a pretty good deck, so let's go ahead and run through it. First, of course, we got 2 Rescue Rabbits. Next, we've got what makes it the Robo Rabbit, which are your 3 Mechanical Chasers and your 3 X-Head Cannons. X-Head Cannon has 1800 attack, Mechanical Chaser 1850. So whichever one you draw isn't really going to be, if you draw one, it's not really going to be that big of a deal. What a really good play can look like is maybe if you draw Mechanical Chaser, send Mechanical Chaser out with something like a Bottomless or a Warning and maybe a Forbidden Lance. Keep him alive. Next turn, you activate Rescue Rabbit, bring out your other 2 Mechanical Chasers, allowing you to attack for 1850 3 different times, and then you can exceed into Shockmaster. Same thing with your X-Head Cannon here. Next, we have 3 Machina Gear Frame. Gear Frame is really good. I thought about only running 2, but in the end, I decided that 3 just worked better. I want this card as quickly as possible along with Rescue Rabbit, and so it's just another good way to get to your key pieces, which also searches out your Fortress. Fortress has the effect that says that you can discard a Machina type monster or monsters whose total levels equal 8 or more, which can equal Fortress and basically any other machine monster we have in the deck. And then it says that let's see, and you can special summon it from the hand of the graveyard. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you target a card your opponent controls and destroy the target. And then if your opponent activates a monster effect that targets Machina Fortress, before it resolves, you get to look at your opponent's hand and discard a card. So really good, gives you a lot of advantage, and it's very hard for your opponent to deal with the first couple of turns, and definitely late game. Next, we have 2 Tour Guides in the Sangan. I don't like running Night Assailant or anything like that. There's not enough room in this deck. What we can do is if we draw Sangan, we can set him. He'll get us into our Rescue Rabbit. He'll get us into our Veiler. He'll get you into Black Salvo, and he will get you into Max C. All are good cards to have in your hand, obviously, and obviously our goal is to just go Tour Guide into Tour Guide, but if we draw the 2 Tour Guides or something, then we can go Tour Guide into Sangan if necessary. Next, 1 BLS, 1 Chaos Sorcerer, 1 Effect Veiler, 1 Max C, 1 Gen X Ally Birdman, 1 Black Salvo, and 2 Tragodia. Now, guys, the Black Salvo works with the Mechanical Chasers, and obviously the Birdman works with many different things. A lot of times I usually just end up using Birdman and Salvo as discard outlets for Machina Fortress. I would rather discard those than discard one of my Vanillas, which are bigger beaters, or than another Machina Gear Frame or another Fortress itself. But these allow us to go into some 7s and 6s and stuff for our synchro plays. They're both tuners, so really good there. Tragodia builds up really well. That's why we're maintaining the 1 Max C. You maintain a lot of hand advantage when you go with your gear frames, and then also getting into your Gear X to get a gear frame into your hand. So it's really, really good plays there. For the spells, we got the standard Hull, Reborn, 3 MST. Guys, the reason we're doing 3 MST in the deck is because we really need to get our plays off. Our plays are really essential. And actually, I meant to add this in the other day and I forgot. We're actually going to add in a Heavy Storm, even though we're running a lot of traps. I've noticed how much I really do need Heavy Storm in this deck. 1 limiter removal and 2 Forbidden Lance. The Forbidden Lances are good against the to use with your Vanillas, and then maybe if they bring out, let's say, I don't know, like something that's a little bit weaker and they Veilered your Rescue Rabbit or something, maybe you can keep it alive. And then for our trap lineup, we have Bottomless, 2 Mirror Force, 1 Starlight Road, 2 Compulse, 1 Warning, and 1 Judgment. We're going to be siding in some more traps. The reason I wanted to keep in the 2 Mirror Force, people do not expect it whatsoever. I have 1 card here in Bottomless. Let's see, 1 Judgment and 1 Warning. All of those cards take care of their monsters actually hitting the board, and then the 2 Compulse and the 2 Mirror Force get rid of threats that are already on the board. So I really like those there. One thing I have considered doing is dropping 1 Forbidden Lance and bringing in another Bottomless. So we're just going to have to see how we do that there, but this deck has been really solid overall right now. Let me go over why we have 43 cards in here, guys. First of all, if you draw Rescue Rabbit, that's going to be 5 cards in your hand and then your 6th card. So you're going to be down to 37 cards. And then you're going to summon Rescue Rabbit and you're going to banish it to bring out 2 normal monsters. That's going to automatically bring you down to 35 cards. So right there, you're already thinned out the deck. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go into Gear Gigant X, detach for Gear Gigant X to go through and get Gear Frame. That takes another card out of the deck. The next turn, you'll probably activate Gear Frame to go through and get a Fortress, which will take another card out of the deck, and then you'll pitch and bring Fortress out to the field. We have Tour Guide that goes through and grabs stuff. We have Sangant that goes through. You know, a lot of these are searchable here. The Salvo, the Maxi, the Veiler, all searchable by Sangin. So, you know, I'm not really too worried about having 43 cards in the deck. It's not really that big of a deal. We dig through the deck pretty fast. For our extra deck monsters, 2 Gear Gigant X, you do need 2. You do not need 3, but you do need 2. 1 is not enough. 1 Utopia, 1 Photon Papilloperative, 1 Symphony Jin, Maestroke. We got the Stardust here. We can make it, or we can use it for the Starlight Road. 1 Gaianite. He's just a really good beater for 6 stars, and we can make 6 stars pretty easy. Black Rose Dragon, a really good 7. We have the Karikuri Shogun Beret here that we can make by using... we can use our Salvo, or we can use our Birdman for those, obviously. We have Leviair to bring back your Rabbit. We have Zenmaines, Tempo, Scrap Archfiend. Scrap Archfiend, I actually am probably going to take this out for a Gagaga Cowboy. He's a 2700 beater, and this guy right here is a 2600 beater. And you can change the battle position of a monster. So this is actually going to become... In fact, let me just move it out of here, and let me bring in Gagaga Cowboy. There we go. Gagaga Cowboy, 1 number 50 Black Ship of Corn, and then like I said, Shockmaster. Guys, you make Shockmaster so easy in this deck. I cannot explain how easy it is to make. You normal summon one of these guys. Next turn, you go Rescue Rabbit. You attack, and then you exceed. There's many other plays that can come up with this deck. You can Monster Reborn something, maybe if you've Rescue Rabbited on the field, something like that. There are lots of different ways to do it, and Shockmaster is just a handy card to have, and they do not expect it. I'm not going to go over a side deck right now, guys, because I feel like that is very specific to your region, to your locals, to your regionals, and then we do not have any YCSs coming up as of now, so there will not be a meta to really go in there and talk about. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching this. Thumbs up the video, subscribe to my channel, check me out on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, which you can find links to all in the description below. Let me know what you guys think of this deck. It's a lot of fun. I hope you'll get online and try it out. I'm open to switching the trap lineup. It's kind of player preference. It's player preference with if you want the limiter removal and if you want the lances in there, if you want 2 or 3 MST. You can really throw it around. Machina Cannon is not needed in the deck, but you can throw it in there if you would like. This is my take on the deck. I hope you guys like it. Thumbs it up, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks a lot, YouTube. Peace.